Welcome to Guzzler.
Right, hello and welcome to the Guzzler podcast. Who cares what episode? Does anyone know what episode this is? 44? 43?
I have no idea.
No idea. It's been about a year now though, boys.
It is episode...
It's been around a year, which is pretty crazy.
Oh, we don't have episode numbers on the ones anymore.
Yeah, it's weird it's been a year.
It's gone quick.
And 2/3 of it, if not more, have been just online.
Yep. We only did like 18 episodes in person.
It's episode 42.
42. Wow. Yeah. So today we're talking about superstitions.
I'm looking forward to this.
And old wives' tales and...
Wives' tales, yeah. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this. When I was doing some research on this, I found some quite cool things. So I'm looking forward to it.
They're such a weird thing, aren't they? They're everyone knows them, they're sort of thrown around, but they are just absolute, they're just weird. How on earth are they a thing? I mean, I'm going to explain how some of them are a thing, but it's weird.
And loads of them are things from centuries ago that we still use now as a thing to run our lives by.
Guzzler podcast.
Yeah, but I don't get how they started.
Well, we'll find out. The reason I wanted to do this topic is basically I'm not superstitious at all about anything apart from whenever I see a magpie, I will always say, "Hello, Mr. Magpie, where's your wife?" and I'll salute him. Always. Because my nan and dad always did. And they're not superstitious. So actually, my nan was very superstitious. She's an idiot. My dad wasn't superstitious at all, but just magpies for some reason. Don't know why.
And that comes from the 1 for sorrow, 2 for joy.
1 for sorrow, 2 for joy. 3 for a girl, 4 for a boy. I don't remember it after that.
I don't remember. It's 10, I think.
5 for Porsche. 6 for slap on the wrist.
As someone who's not superstitious, is there any...
7 for
is there any reason, apart from the fact that you came from a family thing, do you know why they done it?
No. No, I think there's that thing where there's just such an urge. I think this is why all of these are a thing. Because it's not a hard thing to do, is it? Say hello to a magpie.
No.
And in that moment, you just think, if something really shit happens to me later on, I could have just said hello.
Yeah, it's the
do you know what I mean?
blaming it on that thing.
It's a what if scenario, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. It's why those freaking Facebook posts get shared around all the time, because you just can't get out of your brain, I might as well just do it, you know what I mean? I don't do that, but I get why people do, because you see it and you think, well, I might as well just do it.
People are obsessed with the idea of luck, aren't they? Like, when you're rolling the dice, people blow on it. It's not going to do anything, but people are obsessed with the fact that if I didn't do that, then maybe... Yeah, it is that idea. And yeah, my dad was saying...
And it's not a difficult thing to do. If it was every time you saw a magpie, you had to shut your eyes for 45 minutes and count up to 6,000, you'd probably go, no, I won't risk it. But you just got to say hello, didn't you?
Yeah, my dad's... a lot of these also, I think a lot of them come from the idea of belief or something like that. Some of them are religious related. But my dad, who's not quite religious definitely. Or superstitious, sorry, but he'll never cross on the stairs. He'll never ever cross on the stairs. And if I'm walking upstairs, he's walking down, he goes, walk down. Yeah, he won't cross the stairs.
I used to be like that.
Yeah, but I am still.
I don't care anymore.
I am still, which is weird.
I only cross the stairs now.
Sorry?
I won't go up a set of stairs unless someone's coming down. Would you know where that one comes from? Crossing on the stairs?
It was because men used to carry swords a lot in the medieval times, and it meant that if you crossed someone, they could actually just quickly stab you, which is why people wouldn't cross on the stairs, because it would be what if they quickly just turned around and killed them.
My favourite ones out of these doing the research is the ones that they're just bad luck now because it used to just be a bad idea. Like that one.
Yeah.
It just wasn't a good idea to cross someone. Like umbrellas. Did you read about umbrellas?
I did, yeah.
Why it's bad luck to open an umbrella indoors?
No.
Because when umbrellas were first invented, obviously they were very rudimentary, and they were just made out of really sharp metal, and they had spring systems, and you used to just pop up. And if you opened an umbrella indoors, you'd probably just accidentally murder someone because they were just not. It was not a good idea to open an umbrella indoors.
Yeah, it said people
and it's just stuck around now.
Yeah.
And I like the idea that it was just bad luck then, because it was a terrible, terrible idea.
Yeah. It's the equivalent that in 300 years' time, people are going to go, it's bad luck to touch the red bit on the grill of the oven. Whatever you do, don't touch the red glowing hot bit. It's the equivalent to that.
I have got 2 superstitions. One, I have to wear odd socks at the gym.
Right.
And 2, I've got to play football hungover.
Is that because it just so happens that it always falls on that day, or is it you have to?
Well, no. For some reason, like I can play football well, but for some reason, every time I'm hungover, I'll play really, really well.
Right.
Like this morning, I did a double penalty save and scored 4 goals. Like I was hanging out my ass.
Is the old
can't do
socks
that
thing
when I'm
a
fine.
similar thing?
No, that started because I was a moron and accidentally put odd socks on. And I ended up just having a really good session, and it happened a few times, and I was just like, oh, I'm just going to keep doing this.
People do that, don't they, when they wear like certain pants and stuff during like football matches and stuff, isn't it?
Yeah,
lucky clothes and stuff.
Plus, it really annoys a lot of people because they're like, why are you wearing odd socks?
I don't pair up my socks in my drawer, they're just in a big heap.
I don't see the point.
And as you said, Alf, it's harder when you get a football sock and a trainer sock in it as a pair. For example, if someone was watching a football game, they didn't put their lucky pants on and they lost, it is that thing. They go, well, I could have just done that.
Exactly. In fact, I could have just put that on.
Yeah,
and then we wouldn't have lost.
I had to, when I played football a few years ago, I had to wear a pair of shorts that had a massive hole in the crotch. I'd call them my Jesus shorts because they were holy.
I actually remember this very, very clearly. This was years ago, Alfie. Me and you were going at the park, and I got my bike out of the garage, and I'd knocked my dad's wing mirror out of his van, and it hit the floor and smashed everywhere. And I was bursting into tears. I was like, I'm going to get 7 years bad luck. And I was really panicking about the fact that I'd have smashed this mirror. Not because it was a mirror and I was going to get told for smashing the mirror. Just so I thought I was going to have lots of bad luck for smashing a mirror. Which obviously didn't happen. And do you know why breaking a mirror is bad luck?
I did read about it, but I thought it was a bit...
I thought it was any glass was 7 years.
Well, it says that
I thought it was like...
in Roman times, mirrors were a portal to the soul. They weren't, to clarify. People believed they were a portal to the soul. It wasn't. They actually were. And the soul couldn't be amended until life renewed. And Romans believed that life renewed every 7 years.
So if is breaking multiple mirrors like cumulative, or is it like a reset? Like, can you get like 14 years, or if I've had like it's been 2 months since I last broke a mirror, do I just get those 2 months?
I think it's like, say you've only got 2 months left until your soul is renewed. The 7 years starts again from there.
So it's not just like if I just went now and I just broke 10 mirrors, I'm not just got bad luck for the rest of my life.
By the sounds of this, it is just that if you break 10 now and then 1 tomorrow, it'll be 7 years from tomorrow.
I just think if you're going to come up with a superstition, come up with all the logistics. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, write a rule book.
But to be fair, while we're on the sake of mirrors, did you know that in Mexico you're not allowed to put 2 mirrors opposite each other because they think it's a doorway to hell?
Doorway to hell, yeah. Yeah, I did see that.
I love it when there's multiple mirrors opposite each other. It's
so do I think it looks great. It's nice optical illusion.
Cool, yeah. That's because we love hell.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna make my entire house full of mirrors facing each other.
What do Mexicans do when they get in a lift and there's just like mirrors on the walls?
Probably smoke some weed.
Yeah. Pray, maybe. There's probably some stupid thing. You know, there's always a stupid thing to make it okay. It's probably like jump up and down 3 times, pat your belly.
What about new shoes then?
What about them?
You see this one? You putting new shoes on the...
I did see this one. They used to...
Oh, the countdown.
This is all from memory. They used to whack them on a table. It was just to say that someone had died, wasn't it?
Yeah, miners used to, when they died, they put the shoes on the table. So if you put new shoes on the table, it's like the fact that you're tempting fate already. Yeah.
A lot of them come from that, though, don't it? It was like a lot of things that are traditions to do with the dead. It's bad luck to do them. Like in some countries, it's bad luck to sleep facing. I didn't write any of this down, but sleep facing west in one country. It was like sleep facing north's bad luck in one country because that's where they face the bodies.
Yeah, it says that in Lithuania you can't sleep your head facing north because that's where the dead lay to rest. In Africa you can't sleep with your head facing the west because that's where they lay their dead that way.
There you go. I'm just going by memory. I didn't write anything down, but yeah, I remember that.
My favourite one is that is about the number 13 and why the number 13.
I didn't read anything about number 13.
So
don't interest me, mate.
So Judas was like the 13th guest at the Last Supper. Good Friday was meant to be on Friday the 13th. There was 13 steps to the gallows. The Knights Templar were killed on, or some they started to be killed on Friday 13th. Women menstruate 13 times a year. In a coven, there's 13 members to a coven, and typically people with 13 names are cursed. I wrote down some fantastic examples of this. Charles Manson.
Too many names.
Who has 13 names?
Sorry, 13 letters. 13 letters in your name.
Oh,
said.
that makes way more sense. I was like, these people deserve to be cursed.
13 letters. So some of the great examples of this.
No, their parents deserve to be cursed.
This is actually fantastic. It's 13 letter names. Charles Manson, Jeffrey Dahmer, Theodore Bundy, Albert DeSalvo, Adolphus Hitler, which was his actual name. Jack the Ripper, he had 13 letters.
Hang on. Backtrack to that. What was his
Adolphus
name?
Hitler. His full Christian's name. Yep. Jack the Ripper.
That's what you call a dog.
Jack the
he was
Ripper.
obviously christened to the name Jack the Ripper, which is why he was cursed. Obviously, that's obviously
famously.
And they were the ones
I've just realised
even though no one knows who he was.
they were the ones that came up with.
He would have been easier to find if his birth certificate had Jack the Ripper on it, wouldn't he?
But
Does it count with middle names as well?
I think so. If you've got 13 letters,
Well, Alfie John Cook's got 13.
which is
Oh, that's right, because Declan Jackson is 13.
okay.
But
well,
You're cursed.
James.
Alfie John Cook's 13. I'm
with,
cursed.
With James, it puts it up to 18. So it's
Yeah,
fine.
but Adolphus Hitler, he had a middle name, didn't he?
yeah, I think he did. Maybe it's just your two names then.
Rudolphus. Rudolphus. Hitler.
Craig.
But I did Google some other 13 letter names just to try and prove the fact that this was indeed true, and I discovered it is. If you've got 13 letters, it is true that you will be cursed, because Daniel Kaluuya, John Krasinski, Angelina Jolie, and Drew Barrymore are all clearly, murderers. So
It was very easy to disprove all of these things. So
yes, it is. Yeah, and also houses. Actually, this is very interesting. Back in the day, there was never a number 13 down the road. It was always 12A. There was never ever a number 13. And also lifts.
a lot of buildings have like a fake floor.
Yeah, a lot of lifts sometimes just go 12 to 14, and like the 13th floor is actually just called 14 instead. Yeah.
A lot of buildings do have a 13th floor, but it's like really, really small. It's literally like a couple of inches high, and it's just no one lives in it or whatever. It's just because it'd be bad luck to occupy it. But they have to have it, because otherwise the 14th floor is actually the 13th. Do you know what I mean? So they still make it. It's just small and unoccupied. It's pretty dumb.
What about gallows? No. Let me edit that out. What about ladders?
Ladders. I knew you were going to say ladders. 'Cause
Yeah.
see, I read that, but I read a different thing about why they're bad.
Okay,
luck.
go on.
It's to do with Egyptians.
All right.
The old, you know the old Egyptian boys.
Yeah.
Yep.
Tuck.
So in Egypt, triangles is a sacred shape.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, obviously they've got them little pyramid things that they whacked up every now and again.
Famously, yeah.
So if you walk, the idea was that like a ladder leaning against something makes a triangle, which is a very, very sacred shape. If you walk through that, then you're being disrespectful, basically. So it was bad luck. And then also there's loads of other things, so like the gallows thing. And then there was also, to do with Christ, a ladder rested against the crucifix, so it became a symbol of wickedness, betrayal, and death.
Yeah, that is interesting. There's a lot of things for the ladder then. Yeah, the one I read that it said it resembles the gallows. So if you walked underneath it, it'll be like...
Yeah, so apparently it's because when criminals were going to be hung, or hanged, it's meant to be hanged, when they were going to be hanged, they had to walk. They were made to walk under a ladder first before they were hanged.
How often do you think you find a 4-leaf clover? But like in comparison, to like how many 3-leaf clovers do you get in comparison to a 4-leaf?
Honestly, I
see.
don't go searching for them, if I'm being honest.
You're saying what's the ratio?
Yeah. So I
What's
count
the
this
chance? I reckon it's 4,000 to 1.
4,000 to 1. Declan?
500 to 1.
10,000 for everyone.
That's
Really?
pretty. You see why it's good luck to be
Yeah.
fair, don't you? Because that's pretty
That's
rare.
pretty rare.
Salt.
That's my next one. Go on.
The thing I found interesting about the salt thing was nothing to do with the salt thing. You know the superstition with salt.
No.
If you spill salt, you're meant to throw a bit of salt over your shoulder. Is it your left shoulder?
Never heard of it.
Spilling salt's bad luck. Well, apparently, salt used to be a very prized possession. Very, very prized possession. It actually used to be the wages of some like workers back in Roman times. And the
Awful
words.
wage.
This is the bit I found most interesting. The word salary actually comes from salt money,
Really?
because they used to get paid in salt. So that's where salary comes from. Which I thought was quite interesting. I still don't know where the over-the-shoulder things come from. It didn't really tell me. They just told me some facts about salt.
Right. So Judas dropped salt apparently at the Last Supper. Made a little bit of a mess. Not as much as the mess he made the next day, I imagine.
Oh, no, that's brilliant. So he betrayed Jesus. He had a nice meal, sorry. And he leant for the bread or whatever. He accidentally, with his elbow, knocked the salt. And now it's a superstition for the rest of the time.
Yeah, so you throw it over your left shoulder, Because
humanity
wait for
is
it.
bloody
Wait
stupid.
for it. You throw it over your
A
shoulder
fictional man.
because it blinds the devil waiting behind you.
Smart.
Yeah.
You'd think a devil would be not that fussed about a little bit of salt.
Yeah,
to be honest.
you'd think it'd be impervious to.
All devils are
You
slugs.
don't really throw much.
All devils are slugs.
Yeah, I was going to say the devil's slugs.
Let's burn up.
All devils are
Yeah.
slugs. That makes devils a lot less scary, doesn't it, really?
It does, yeah, because I can't wait for the MCU when they go, how do we defeat Mephisto? And then it's a bit of salt over the shoulder.
Paul Rudd's just yeeting
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Just salt.
salt shakers at
Yeah.
him.
So I found some foreign ones, some ones from outside of the UK. Going home after a funeral in the Philippines.
Yeah, I got that
Yeah,
one.
called Pag. And it said that a spirit, you don't want to go home after a
Yeah,
funeral. It says,
I saw that.
yeah, that a bad spirit might tag along. So people often go to a restaurant or store. If I was them, I'd just go to someone's house I don't like.
Yeah.
Smart.
Mm.
Pop the demon
Yeah,
off
exactly,
there.
yeah.
I'll come around yours, mate.
Yeah. I've got that many demons in this house, and people who come here after funerals. It's
Just everyone.
It's overrun
After
the place.
funerals. Oh, you going to the heirs' house? Yeah, of course I am.
Beetlejuice here.
Germans?
Oh, they're just bad luck, aren't they?
They're just
Never heard of
cursed,
them.
aren't they? That's my fact. Never trust a
Yes.
German. That's my
I've
superstition.
also got you never trust an Italian
Right.
or Russian,
The French.
the French. Yeah.
Trust a French at your own peril, mate. Now, the German superstition is you should never cheers with water.
Oh yeah, because it's meant to like bring death or something, can it?
Yeah, I just thought that was a
It's
bit
weird,
weird.
isn't it?
Never cheers with water. And it's from Greek mythology, which I thought was weird as well. Because
Yeah.
is it not a Greek superstition and they're not bothered by it?
If this was like, true stuff, if this was real bad luck, could you cheers with water in another country? Or could you just not do
I
it?
guess so. Wait, what? If you're German?
Or just anyone? Like if I cheers with water here, would I also get bad luck, or would I only get the bad luck if I cheersed in Germany?
Well, no, if it's real, is it real?
But if it was,
I'd argue you wouldn't
I
get
need
it.
logistics.
I'd argue you wouldn't get it in Germany if you were German.
Yeah, fair.
I think you're probably right.
Alright.
And do you need to know? Do you think there's like a conscious? So this is bringing death upon someone. Do you need to know about the superstition for the superstition to affect you?
Yeah, it's
Surely not.
It might be like a placebo thing. So if they think they're gonna get bad luck, then they're gonna act in ways that
They accidentally
really
kill
brings
someone.
them bad luck.
But
Yeah.
like that devil thing coming back from a funeral and that. If I didn't know that ain't fair, is it?
Yeah, because
At least let me know.
I
mate.
reckon there's like hundreds of superstitions we don't know that could just be like messing with our lives every single day.
There's got to be
Yeah.
thousands and
Yeah.
thousands of them, isn't there?
That's why I'm miserable. That makes a lot of
Yeah.
sense.
Exactly. 'Cause we
Did
don't know
you-
what we're doing.
Did you know you're not allowed to play with yo-yos in Syria?
I've read this. I thought this was fantastic. I think this is a really good fact.
So Syria banned yo-yos in 1933 over a fear that they'd cause a drought.
You're not allowed to play with them at all.
No,
Like, anywhere.
they were banned in Syria.
That is the dumbest thing I ever heard.
And then someone
Yeah.
played with a fidget spinner in the year 2010, and that, like a war started. So it's pretty mad.
Are fidget spinners and yo-yos similar?
Yeah.
There's got to be toys more like a Diablo. They're
Yeah.
they're not really similar either, but more than a fidget spinner.
I think that's mad. I wonder what gave them that idea about the drought. Like,
It's got to come from somewhere.
he was sitting in like in Parliament that week, going, "All these yo-yos, my farmland's drying up. They must be linked. Must be linked."
Someone must have played with a yo-yo and then there was a drought. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Do either of you know why you're not meant to wash your clothes on New Year's Day?
Are you not?
No, because it's meant to wash away a member of your family. But I don't know
I've
why.
heard this.
I never heard of this. Is this a British one?
I think so. Like this year, I was rang up with haste from my mother, who went, "Don't wash your clothes on New Year's Day," because
Really?
yeah.
I've never heard
I've
that
heard
one. Louis told me one I'd never heard as well. The birthday one.
And my my grandma's always followed, "Don't wash your clothes on New Year's Day."
I've never heard of any of these.
Did you know
That's
in Canada, there's a superstition that expectant mothers who are craving fish but don't eat it will end up having a baby with a fish head.
I did see that. That was mental. Very strange.
Yeah.
I see. The weird thing is as well, and this is just not racist, but like it says a lot about me, is that you hear one from like Sweden or Germany and that, and you think, oh yeah, Europeans, they're all a bit, they're a bit strange. They have these things. Canadians, I don't expect it from them.
No, that's true. I get what you're saying there, actually.
I expect Canadians to be a bit, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't expect fish head superstitions from Canadians.
I think there's an easy way to prove that
If
one.
you said the Danish,
Yeah.
fair enough.
There's an easy way to prove that one, though. Just don't eat fish if you're craving it. And see if you get a half fish, half.
You wouldn't want to
half
risk it though, would you? This is
But
what we were
imagine the
saying.
money you'd rake in.
True.
Suddenly, like, your life becomes more worth it when all the press in the world turn
Tinned
up.
human fish heads. Oh,
Yeah.
we had different ideas.
Isn't that one that my nan always used to say to me every single... I don't know why. I always remember though just being at her house on the first day of every month. I don't know why. I spent a lot of time with my grandparents when I was younger. And she always used to get me to say white rabbit or rabbit rabbit on the first day of the month. And she said that you'd get a present or you get good luck in the month if you say white rabbit. And I never really knew
Did you?
why. And I completely forgot about it until I actually read about it today. And it's because in 600 BC, people used to say that rabbits used to communicate with the underworld and the spirits, because the rabbits used to live underground, so they used to pass messages on to the spirit world.
So do like worms and moles and stuff though.
Worm, white worm.
Yeah, can I say worm, mole?
I don't know, but I
Mole?
completely forgot about it. But I always used to say it at the start of every month.
The you ever been told if you cry on your birthday you'll cry for the rest of the year?
No, I haven't been told that one.
My nan always used to tell me that. I don't know why I was almost crying on my birthday.
Imagine it was a really good birthday though.
She always used to tell me
and
that.
you had like someone's got you like an amazing present. You just like crying. Oh, thanks so much. And then every day after that, you're just crying.
I imagine it's crying from sadness, right? Otherwise, like, again, that's a bit
It
unfair,
is,
isn't
yeah.
it?
It's
What if it's like agony? What if I
Stub
just
your toe.
like break my arm or
Yeah.
something and I start crying, stub my foot, and I start crying on my birthday?
Good point.
That ain't fair.
There's
is
one
it?
about St. Swithin's Day. Is that what it's called? July, there's something or other. If it rains on St. Swithin's
Not
Day,
for
it will
me.
rain for 50 days or something.
I just don't get how these they've all been proven wrong. I don't know how they stick
I'm
around.
pretty sure I proved
Well,
to
did
you
you
the
know-
number 13 with the names. Drew Barrymore, she's one to watch out for.
My name has 13. Declan's name has 13.
Probably should start doing a podcast
To
somewhere
be
else.
to be fair, I am miserable and riddled with bad luck.
You're the
so,
reason then,
um,
both of you.
That's why this podcast ain't
Yeah,
taking
exactly,
off.
you're the reasons. But you should counterbalance each other maybe.
Guzzler Podcast has 13 letters.
You're meant to eat grapes on New Year's Eve.
Yeah, I'd heard that one as well.
In Spain, instead of kissing someone at midnight, you're meant to eat 12 grapes one after the other for good luck.
Wow.
That's weird, isn't it?
There's one called the Prosperity Pig. I love this one. You heard about the Prosperity Pig? Where you get an orange, and you put the cocktail sticks in it to get a leg, and like you cut a tail out of it, and you make like a little mouth and stuff in its orange, so it resembles a pig, and then you put
That's a Chris Dingle, isn't it?
not quite, and you put a penny
Sounds like
in the
it.
mouth of the pig for however many people live in your house, and then you hold it, just like keep it in the pig until the pennies drop out. And when the pennies drop out of the mouth, sometimes it takes like 2 months for them to drop out. Then you've got a mouldy orange in your house. And the day the
lovely.
pennies drop out, you're going to get good luck as long as you throw the orange into a lake.
What the?
It's very
Frickin'
convoluted,
It is,
isn't it?
yeah.
That's a lot of effort,
It
that
is.
one. Who came out like
Someone
that?
was definitely just sitting there going, I've got an idea. And then there's like, we've got to make it as
That
impossible
feels like
as ever.
Blue Peter did a superstition competition. Some little 4-year-old's written that in.
I was quite a fan of that one, I like that.
Disgusting. Wait, what country is that?
I don't know, they did it in America.
They do it in America. I don't wonder it's stupid.
Did you know you're meant to hide your thumbs when in a graveyard?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I heard that one. What if you
Yeah.
ain't got any thumbs? You
So-
just always safe.
Yeah.
So in Japan, you're meant to tuck your thumbs in to protect your parents because the Japanese word for thumb translates to parent finger. So it protects them from death.
That's the dumbest reason I've ever heard.
Yeah.
That's strange. Imagine if tomorrow I get up and I live my life by all of these superstitions, and I'm just constantly looking at my shoulder, my thumbs everywhere I walk, just going mental.
You'd be doing a lot
Yeah.
of things. But then maybe your life would be incredible.
Maybe.
And then you'd realise it's all true.
I wrote down two old wives' tales, which I sort of liked. Where they came from.
Oh, I like old wives' tales. They're even more stupid.
It's a hair of the dog. We say hair of the dog sometimes when you've been out for a drink the next morning. How'd you cure a hangover? Hair of the dog. Do you know where that comes from?
No.
Have a guess. Go on. I felt like
Did they used to put a hair of a dog in some liquid and drink it?
You're very, very close, yeah. So,
what is it?
If you was bitten by a rabid dog, they used to make like a potion, and they used to put the hair of the rabid dog in the potion because they used to think that it would cure the rabies. Yeah.
So what's it got to do with alcohol?
They think that suppose having the last drink that you had would cure your hangover.
Yeah, it's a bit of a leap,
It
isn't
said
it?
that it just postpones your hangover. You're going to get one, it's just going to be worse, and it's going to be later on in the day.
Yeah, and while you're awake, which is even worse, have you ever tried to live through the start of a hangover? It's awful.
And the other one I got was about like carrots. This is actually quite interesting. About carrots giving you like good eyesight. You can see in the dark if you eat carrots. It was it was British war propaganda to trick the Nazis. So they used to make posters and stuff to say like, eat your carrots, you better see in the dark, you better see the Nazis are coming.
Yeah.
Which I think is really interesting, just to scare the Nazis a little bit. I can't imagine them walking around London just seeing these signs. If they did, they'd probably go, we'll probably eat some carrots as well then.
But to be fair, it does improve eyesight because beta carotene is loads of vitamin A.
I did read that, and the vitamin
But
A.
not like incredibly though.
No.
Yeah, vitamin A benefits.
It's more of a preventative measure than an improvement.
Yeah. What other old wives' tales? There's like, don't pull faces or whatever, because if the wind changes, you'll be stuck like that.
It's how I ended up with my face.
I could tell, mate. You ought to keep trying to change it actually, and hope the wind changes. I'll be honest.
We'll wait till autumn.
If I were you, I'd do it now, mate. I'm not joking. Sort it out. Where do you think that came from? That's stupid.
I don't.
Maybe it was just like grandmothers that didn't like to see their grandparents pull stupid faces.
Yeah, I think a lot of these is just trying to get you to like
do something,
not do certain things. But like the one where it's like,
it's like Santa Claus, isn't it? It's just to stop kids misbehaving.
Kids are stupid. I hate kids. Bloody stupid, mate.
There's a lot of old sayings as well. That there's a lot of like fen sayings, I suppose. My dad always used to say when we used to come around the Coldham roads, if it was slightly grey, like about to rain over our hometown, a little bit later on, my dad would always go, "It's a bit grey over Will's mum's." It's a bit grey over Will's mum's. And I've heard quite a few people say it around this area. I don't know who Will is, or his mum. But
well, while we're on that sort of topic, what about Red Sky at night, Shepherd's Delight, Red Sky in the morning, Sailor's Warning?
Yeah. But isn't that like is that a thing? Is that like an actual meteorological phenomenon?
No.
It could be, couldn't it?
Was it not that...
Like that one could actually be true.
I think that is true, isn't it?
There could be something in the colour that means that you're going to get some sort of like direct thing.
To be fair,
there could be some correlation.
Every time I do see Red Sky at night, I always think, well, it's going to be a nice day tomorrow. I still go by that, to be fair. It might be completely wrong.
Whether it is or not, I ain't got a bloody clue, mate. But
it's probably more attention.
Step on a crack, break your mum's back.
My mum has broke her back so many times because of that rhyme. So many times.
I only step on cracks.
Yeah. Free drains as well.
That's a weird one, isn't it?
Don't walk on free drains. That's one that I don't do. I never walk on free drains. Yeah.
And if you step on one that has the letter A on it, somewhere, you're gonna get heartbroken.
Is that actually real?
Yeah. It's not real.
No, but I mean, I've never read that one. That seems quite mental.
It's not real. No, you don't know.
I mean,
real,
I didn't
right?
know that was like.
But
that's as mad as the prosperity pig. That one is.
Just briefly, while we're on the topic of Finland, there was a thing that people from Finland are inbred. Now, the reason this started was because when we liberated Auschwitz after World War II, we moved the
Finnish people,
the people who had been experimented on and had a load of deformities, en masse to the UK, and the end of the line was the Martian Yards in March. So when they got off, they settled here, and that's where that rumour comes from.
One of my favourite things was when in Whittlesea there's a shop and it sells tops that says, "Hi, I'm from Fenland, high 6."
We shouldn't really be proud of this.
No, we shouldn't. No. My nan had web feet actually. My great nan, web feet and hands. Yeah, she
Did she?
Ain't that
Really
like
good swimmer.
one in every 120 people or something like that is some sort of webbed toe or feet?
I'm not sure. She used to swim home from work though. She was really good at it.
It's a lot more common than people realise.
Is it actually like an evolutionary thing?
It's just a bit of genetic code that is there.
Yeah, but that's what evolution is, isn't it?
Yeah, but that's all it is. It's not.
That's because it doesn't really have any benefits, does it?
And she used to have
because the thing is, it isn't webbed all the way up the fingers. It's just like a little
Yeah,
bit
exactly.
in the crevice. So
She used to catch flies with her tongue though as well, which is
Sad.
pretty mad.
she a frog?
Oh no, yeah, that's a bigger thing.
Is your grandma a frog?
Wait, she might have been.
You're not meant to chew gum at night in Turkey
Yeah, I read
Really?
that.
because it's meant to be symbolic of chewing the flesh of the dead.
Bit strange, isn't it? What about
Don't-
like? You'd imagine beef jerky more than like chewing gum.
Yeah,
When I eat
Gives-
beef jerky, that is literally like the flesh of the dead, isn't it?
Turkey's got a few superstitions. To be fair, you're not allowed to jump over a child because it will curse them to be short forever.
Yeah, I saw that.
That's really good.
Mike, what happened to you, Declan?
You're the short one here, Alf. We
Thought
literally
I'd get
call
in there
you
before you
short
did.
Alf. Yeah,
Oh.
I'm the same height as you.
yeah. You wish. You're not allowed to bring bananas on a boat.
Oh, I saw this one. This is yeah.
Yeah, we read
that's-
that.
yeah, that's actually amazing. That one is. You don't bring bananas on a fishing boat.
Yeah, bad luck.
You can carry an acorn to stay young forever.
What?
Yeah,
What?
yeah,
So if I put one on my backpack,
yeah. You'll stay young
Do
forever.
you think that if you forget it once and you age, like I say age, you just do what you would normally do in life, you'd blame it on the fact you didn't have that acorn that day.
Yep.
of course you would. 100%. I'm blaming it now on the fact I ain't got an acorn.
Yeah, that's a good
mate.
point. Yeah. So really, you need to give someone an acorn
Bloody
from birth.
ridiculous. Yeah. Maybe we should start like implanting them in
Yeah.
people.
So population is just
You're
baby.
meant to. My
Yeah.
final one is you're meant to knock on wood
Yeah, where'd that come
every
from?
time you're near it. Just some stupid religion thing, like a lot of these are.
Because the knock on wood, we
Yeah, I've got
do
a
an
feeling.
awful lot. We do it an awful lot. It's just like
Yeah, you're meant to do it twice.
yeah.
Because he does it in House of Cards. Every time he gets up, he knocks on wood.
But-
or every time he stands
Not
up.
just that, if you don't want to jinx something, you always go, "Oh, just touch wood," because
Yeah. It'll be something
Sorry.
to do with the crucifix being made of wood.
That
or
is
some-
actually a
some
good
bollocks like that.
Yeah.
that is one that I do
definitely.
quite a bit actually. Touch wood.
One common explanation traces back to ancient pagan cultures, such as Celts, who believed that spirits and gods resided in trees, and it was saying hello to them.
Oh,
Oh.
that was a surprise.
What are you drinking?
I haven't drunk anything today. No,
I won't.
haven't.
Oh, well, I did. So
I've had a lot of beer this week, no other liquid,
Mm.
and a lot of sunshine.
This week I'm drinking Jung Windsor. I'm assuming it's German. Yep. It's a Pinot Blanc, so it's a mixed grape from Frank Earl. I don't know. Long-standing yet innovative winemaking. That's what we're all about. Jung Windsor is based in sunny Baden, Germany. Store in a Cordac place is 13.5%. This was gorgeous. It was really good. Top 5.
Really?
Go and get it. I think I got it from Lidl. It was like £8 or something like that. It was really, really good.
I
Yeah, give it a go.
thought that when you said Windsor, I thought it was like as in English Windsor, but it was literally spelled like
No.
Windsor.
Winze. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's surprising.
I was thinking Windsor
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Nice, cool. Thanks for
Yeah.
So
listening.
that's mine next week.
It was just a series of
Yeah, it was,
superstitions for you to stress about. No, you can stress about them.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what mine's going to be next week, but come and watch it.
Just do anything, mate. Just make something
Alright,
up.
I will. I'll make a superstition up.
Wing it. Look.
Oh,
Right, hang on. Look at me. Right, I'm gonna count down from 3. You're gonna look around your room. First thing you see, we'll do it on that. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
wine glass.
Hairspray.
Brilliant. Musicals. Love it.
Yeah.
Theatre.
All right.
No.
It's going to be a beer can at first. Thank you very much. Listen.
Nice. See you later. Love you.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to this Guzzler podcast.